Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be making clusters, showing you a few different techniques and ideas, and at the end of that I'm going to talk to you guys about different ways you can incorporate them into your journal. It's going to be a very informative video, it's going to be a quick video, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Today I am using a new kit from our April 2025 collection called Woodland Wonder. Of course, you do not have to have this kit to learn something today in this video, but if you do want this kit, here is how you can get it. Number one, you can become a subscriber during the month of April 2025, or you can just purchase it separately on Etsy. We love our junk journaling community, and we've been having so much fun making videos for you guys, especially using these monthly kits. So again, I'll link everything in the description of this video, and do what you gotta do, have some fun, and let's get into the tutorial. First and foremost, I made this album in a previous video, I believe it was yesterday, maybe the day before, and this is a gorgeous little album. So I'm actually making some clusters to go with this kit. Luckily, in these matching kits, everything kind of coordinates and looks really good together pretty naturally and seamlessly. So I'm really excited to get into that. I will link this tutorial if you want to know how to make this album at the end of this video. It will be there. So if you're interested in making this album, stick around to the end and then click on that. But let's get into talking about clusters. So I have a ton here. I kind of went crazy and started making them. It's easier to make them all at once rather than just separately as you need them. So it's always a lot of fun for me to just sit down. It's one of the first things I do when I'm getting a new kit. Here is a look at some of the ones I've done so far. I go all the way from really simple ones like that to a little bit more complex, and you might see that I add eyelets, I add charms, and I do have to show you the cutest ones ever. I don't know if they're really clusters, but I did create these little words using letters. These are an absolute game changer, and I think they're just absolutely adorable. They're actually really wonderful to add into clusters as well. You'll see that later today, but we'll get into the rest of those later. I'll do a quick preview at the end of all of them. I just kind of wanted to show you what we are going for. Here we go onto the first cluster. So for this cluster, I wanted to use a fussy cut. One thing I always love to do that I think makes the best clusters is to include a variety of textures, shapes, and most importantly, in my opinion, sizes. So you can see I have some large pieces of paper, I have a fussy cut, and I even tore the edges on these scrap pieces of paper. Clusters are a great way to use up scraps as well. I have this little thing here, I don't know, it's a little tidbit, and I'm actually going to use that to put the letters on, so that's going to get covered up, and we have a fussy cut. So really basic supplies, nothing crazy. I always start my process off with getting a general layout of what I want to see happen with the cluster, and once I have determined that, I kind of just will start removing pieces and then adding them on one at a time until it looks how I want it to look. The cool thing about clusters is if you mess up, it's okay because they are really quick to make. It's not a long process, so you can either change it or just be like, I don't really love this one, I'm not going to use it. I love these little letters. These were so much fun. This is probably one of my favorite things in the kit. I'll admit it was a little bit difficult to cut them out if you are cutting out by hand. So I'd almost cut them out one by one rather than all at once, so you don't have to do extra work that's unnecessary. But I have a brother scan and cut, and so it literally took 5 minutes to cut out an entire page of these tiny letters, and it was awesome. Made it so much easier at this step. And then I just finished this off by deciding where to put this little tab. I think this is a cute little tab, but I couldn't really decide where to put it. So I ended up putting it here, and I loved it. So there is the completed look. It is super simple, and we're going to go on to our next cluster. For cluster number 2, I just started again with kind of laying out things where I wanted to. You can see in this one I'm doing some faux stamps, numbers, letters, a bigger piece of paper, and I just laid it out where I thought it looked good, and then I started the gluing process. So for this part, it is a little bit harder to remember kind of where you had things. So it is helpful sometimes. I will, if I'm not filming, take a photo if I love how I had something laid out, and then that just helps me remember exactly how I had it. Kind of a random thing to do, but I do find it very helpful. And then I did kind of switch things up as I was going. Like I laid it out different than I actually ended up doing it, and I ended up liking it more. So for this part, I got a little scrap piece of paper, folded it in half, and created a little tab. Then with that, I grabbed an eyelet and added some string inside, and it was just super cute. Here's how that one turned out up close. As you can see, just fun. Just so much fun to work with different colors and do a little mass make and make all these clusters. So now we're going to go through different ways you can use clusters. There's so many different ways, and I'm only going to touch up on a few of the main ones that come to my mind. So let's do it. To demonstrate, I'm actually just going to grab this album that I have already made. I'm not going to glue anything down just yet, but I'm just going to give you some ideas. So first way, you would go ahead and glue down a cluster on the left and bottom side to create a pocket. This also works when you can do it in different spots. So for example, you could do it in a top right corner, and you would go ahead and glue the top and right side, and then again use it as a pocket. Depending on your glue and just like securing it, those tags actually do stay quite well in my experience. I've never really had one slip out. Like it's kind of just a tuck, and it works really good. The next way that comes to mind is to use a cluster as a envelope topper. So if you have a rather boring envelope or just want to add some detail to an envelope, then this is a great thing to do. As you can see, like you can kind of play with it until you find one that fits, or you can make a cluster specifically for an envelope. Idea number 3 is to grab a paper clip or a clip of some sort, and you would find a page that just needs a little sprucing up, and you'd actually just paper clip it in as just a little extra tidbit. Also, I'm just showing you how cute this charm is. I absolutely love it. But yeah, you can use it as like a temporary, like so it's not glued in, it's temporary. And this is always just really fun if you just need something else in a corner. It's a little interactive. It's really cute. Here it is a little bit of an up close. Hopefully the up close helps you see the coloring a little bit better. I feel like the lighting is just never good when I try to film, and so I get so upset. Idea number 4 is to use them to embellish a belly band. This is so much fun because usually a belly band is skinny and then the cluster is going to be a little bit wider, and so it just creates a really cool look. And then if you secure your belly band, you can kind of tuck something under, and it just, the final product is just really cute, and it just, like, you look at that page and you just want to know more about it and you want to explore it. And that's what I love to do when I am creating junk journal layouts. All right, and idea number 5 is to use them to embellish your pockets. It's a great way. You could add it on the center, you can add it on the side. It's just a great way to, again, add that visual interest to a page. And here is a little, one of the cute little words I made. It would look so cute right there. I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness. And you could add several onto a page. You don't have to just keep it to one per page. Like, you can add so many. Take a look at this example. You have a plain piece of ephemera, and then you add on a cluster, and it just takes it to a whole nother level, and your eye just stays on it longer. It's beautiful, just more detail. It's so cute. And that actually wraps up some of those ideas. There truly are so many. Once you make them, you just find lots of uses for them. You'll use like all of them, at least in my own experience. And now let's take some close-up looks at some of the other ones I have made in case you need some inspiration or just want to look at some pretty things. I will say, that the more that you practice doing them, the better you get at it. The better your eye becomes at seeing what looks good together. If you guys know, I'm not like as experienced at junk journaling as my mom is, so she's amazing at this, but I thought I'd give it a try, and I am getting better. I've seen some improvement, and I know you guys can too if you give it practice. I hope you found this video genuinely informative and enjoyed it. So give this a try, and again, if you want that same kit that I use to make these, then feel free to check that out in the description of this video. Yeah, thank you guys again. Have a lovely day, and we will see you in our next fun video.